In order to differentiate instruction, teachers must first provide a formative assessment that shows where students are currently performing. But this formative assessment need not be boring for the kids. Formative assessment games like Quizzizz can provide teachers with valuable data, all while allowing kids to have a little fun. To create a Quizzizz, go to Quizzizz.com and sign in with your school email. Quizzizz has many quizzes that have been created by other teachers that you can access. Or you can click the Create a New Quiz in the center at the top. This will ask you to provide a name for the quiz and to select any relevant subjects that quiz pertains to. From there, you can click the Create a New Question button and type in your question and your answer choices. And click the check mark next to the question that is correct. If you want multiple answers to be correct, up at the top you'll change it from single answer to multi-select. This one only has one correct answer, so I'll leave it at single answer. Notice that you have the ability to add mathematical functions as well as images and media into your questions and your answer choices. Notice also that you can change the amount of time that students can spend on each question. I like to leave mine at 30 seconds. Once you have your first question set up the way you want, hit Save. And from there, you'll continue to hit this purple plus button and continue adding in your questions. Once you are finished, hit Finish Quiz. On this screen, all you're required to do is select a grade level that this quiz is appropriate for and hit Save. At this point, I have the ability to share my quizzes with my colleagues, or I can skip this step. In order for the quiz to be played as a game, I'm going to hit the Live Game button. The default mode is Classic, which is my preference. Once I've selected the kind of game I want to play, I'll hit Host Game, and I'm going to want this screen to be projected for my students. My students are going to go to joinmyquiz.com and enter in this class code. When they do so, it's going to ask for them to type in their name. They're going to need to use their real first and last name in order for us to get the kind of formative feedback that we need in this scenario. As students join, you'll see their names appear down at the bottom. Once all of your students are in, you can hit Start. Unlike Kahoot, students are going to work through at their own pace. When everyone is finished, you'll be able to see everyone's results. Students will also be able to see how many they scored correctly and how many they scored incorrectly. So you can direct students to various activities based off of their results. For instance, I might be able to immediately group them or tell them what to do next. Let's say I have a 5-question quiz. I can say that if you scored a 1 or a 2, move to group A over here. If you scored a 3 or a 4, move to group B. If you scored a 5, move to group C. My people in group C might work on something that gives them some extra challenge. Maybe it's another quiz, but with harder questions. Maybe I have them make a video explaining the concept to students that don't understand, something that's going to give them a little extra push. My people in group B might get some additional practice at the same level. My people in group A, meanwhile, are going to have to come join me for a mini lesson where I can work with them in a small group and really address their issues and misunderstandings. Because of the immediate results I get from Quizzizz, I can make all of these differentiation decisions on the spot rather than having to wait for the next day's class or rather than having to wait until I've finished a ton of grading. This is the beauty of technology for differentiation.